It is Wednesday, August 12th. I believe it's the 46th day on trail. Starting to run together. Started hiking about 8:30, so I've been on the trail for an hour. Had to climb a mountain this morning. Same old, same old. Left ankle's killing me. Pack's heavy. But on a good note, I ended up getting 2 bars of extended service last night. Took me all about 3 hours, and I got my gut hooks re-downloaded. It would download, and then I would lose it. And I don't know, it was probably about 1 in the morning. It finally went through, and I got my maps back. And it's a dang good thing, because where I was camped, it was a great decision to stop there. The water that was right by that camp is the last water for 10 miles. So this morning I had to go down there. I drank about 1.5 liters before I even left camp. Then I'd carry 1.5 liters. So that's got to last me for 10 miles. And the forest I'm in is the Guilford-Pinchot National Forest. When I left Mount Adams, that's what I entered. There wasn't a sign when I entered, but I crossed the road and I saw it this morning. Gifford or Guilford, I can't remember, Pinchot National Forest. And I was pretty dead on my mileage where I camped. I think I said in the video 434, and that's what it was. Man, so I did about 10.5 miles yesterday. A guy about my age rolled in about an hour after I did, so it was just he and I at the campsite. He was a flipper and lives in California, Jeff, and he's doing 20-mile days. He gets in the camp, he sets his tent up, goes right in his tent, cooked, ate in his tent, went to sleep, never saw him. Then I heard him this morning, he beat me out of camp by about 30 minutes. And he was gone. So, still walking the forest, so I don't know what kind of views we're gonna have. But if something pops up, I will show you. Well, I've run into some huckleberry bushes. Been eating huckleberries here. They're red, but they kind of, as they ripen, get a little purple looking. Not bad. I think I like blueberries better, but I hadn't run across any of those yet. And this, I just crossed a paved road, so these are pretty picked through, I can tell. So the locals, I'm sure, come up here, park, and go to town. But as I get farther and down the trail, I'm sure I'll find some more. They're kind of, I don't know, same size as a blueberry, like I said, kind of red, purple, and not as sweet as blueberries, but they're not bad. Free food. The trail provides, that's what they say. Better get my damn ankle feeling better. The guy I camped with last night, Jeff, was telling my woes of my ankles. I said I started with my right one, now it's healed. Now it's my left one. And he says, yeah, pretty much everybody gets it. My problem is I just hadn't taken enough time to let it heal. Just keep walking. I'm so far behind. I mean, hell, I was just thinking this morning, it's gonna take me a month and 3 weeks to get out of Washington. I mean, it should only take me a month. But when you can only walk 10, 11, 12 miles a day, because of your ankles, that's what it's gonna take. So, still walking in the forest. It's very pretty forest, just like yesterday. Trail is maintained really well. Just not a lot to see. So I'll check back later. Peace out. All right, found me my first ripe blueberries. Woohoo! Well, I've been on the trail about an hour and a half, and I'm not making any time because I keep eating huckleberries. I was wrong; those other ones weren't blueberries; those were huckleberries too. When they're ripe, they get so dark purple they look blue, but man, they are much better when they're ripe. They are good. I've had probably 50. Here you go. Here's one right here. So that's a good ripe one. Oh yeah. I just passed a hiker. Actually, I passed about 5 or 6, not passed, cross paths with a bunch of northbounders. They're all going to Trout Lake. And the last guy asked me anything to see or do there, and I told him the layout. And I said, yeah, everything you can get there has got huckleberry pancakes, huckleberry cinnamon rolls, huckleberry shakes. They say those shakes are awesome. I meant to get one and I didn't. And wish I did. I did have the huckleberry cinnamon roll though. That was pretty good. But I'm sure it must be some kind of cousin to the blueberry. They almost look, once they get ripe, they look like blueberries, but if you look closely, they're really a dark purple, not blue. And a little different taste. I'm on the hunt for huckleberries. Maybe it'll heal my ankle. Yeah, I'm so happy I got my gut hooks, because man, I'd have been screwed today. Because I would have left that camp with just a liter of water, and I would have had to walk 10 miles before I come to this. It's a pond that you come to. Worst water on trail, but I filter that. I had my sister send me my other filter. My Sawyer came out with a new one for all you hikers, and most of you know that black micro. Sorry, Sawyer, but it sucks. It's not for through hiking. It'd be all right for a day hike, or, oh my God, there's loaded with them right here. Or a 2-day backpacking trip like I do a lot, but the flow after using it 2 days, the flow is horrible. It's about like the mini. I mean, you'll spend, God, they're everywhere. You'll spend, I estimate an hour and a half a day filtering water with that micro. That's just too much time. So I had my sister send me my big Sawyer. It works 3 times better. It's twice as big and twice as heavy, but I mean, you can just filter the water so much faster. That's why I'd quit filtering. I don't know if I even mentioned that. About when I was going through Stehegan to Stevens, I was up high, and that's when my right ankle was killing me and I was struggling. I quit filtering water. I didn't have time for it. So lucky I didn't get sick or get giardia, but I was up high the whole time, and I made sure I got mountain runoffs or spring water. But if I'm down low in a seasonal creek or a pond, I will filter that. Definitely a pond. So, walking in the woods. Of course, I was a little down this morning because as soon as I started walking, man, my ankle was killing me. But sometimes after you go a mile or two, pain just kind of goes away. You're not doing it any good, but at least it's not painful to walk. So, that's my story. These 2 videos are probably going to be boring as hell because there's nothing to show. I'll probably combine them. And Call them the Huckleberry Trail. Oops, excuse me. All right, I did finally find blueberry. I don't think they're quite right, but yep, that's blueberry. So plants are very similar. The leaves on the blueberries are smaller and round, and they do get taller, more bushier. Well, it's about 12 o'clock. Man, it's getting hot. And I kind of came to a little open area, and I just happened to turn my head. And bam! There's Mount Adams. Cool. First view in 2 days. Thank goodness I re-entered the forest. Man, it is hot when you're out in that sun. It's like 10 degrees difference in the woods and out in the open. And it looks like we're about to enter Indian Heaven Wilderness. Things are hard to read. Indian Heaven Wilderness. So we are leaving Guilford Pinchot, and it kind of looks the same as the other one. I don't even know how many miles I've walked, but there's an old wood Pacific Crest Trail sign. A lot more, these last couple miles have been a lot more underbrush, weedy, and buggy. Start getting all the weeds, and for some reason it's more buggy. Oh, we got blueberry bushes. No blueberries. Whew. Feeling much better. Oh, until I turned my ankle. Feeling much better than I was this morning. The first hour, I was in pain. Just got to keep on walking, because I'm a walking man. Losing my mind, man. All right, going uphill. See. Well, a little afternoon update. Still walking in the woods. It's about 1:30. Done 7 miles. I just took a 30-minute break. Well, about 12:30 to 1, I took a break. And checked gut hooks. Well, about 6.5 miles away is a lake with tons of camping spots, and it looks like that's going to be home for the night. That'll give me about 13. I want to do more, but after that there's not any water or campsite for another 7 miles. So that'd be 20 miles. I wanted to do 16 today, but I'm not going to push 20 with this ankle. So I'm going to have to cut it short. So I think it's going to be 13 and a half, but the Gut Hook app said that lake is actually very scenic and has tons and tons of campsites. So I should be able to be alone. It's kind of a lot of weekend people go there. So they said on the weekends it's always packed with locals, but today's Wednesday, so I should be fine. I'm sure there'll be some PCTers there, but if it's got that many campsites, you can get alone. So it's gonna put me there pretty early though. I'm gonna be there about 4:30. So maybe I can go swimming. Wash some of the stink off me. So yeah, other than the one shot of Mount Adams. Actually, I just had another little one through the trees, but that's all I've had. It's been walking in the woods. Actually on a ridge all day. I'm up high about 5,000 feet. And well, there's the trail. And down, and there's the top of the mountain up there. So it's your typical ridge trail. So, God, I hate when the way these campsites and stuff dictate your day. I mean, yesterday worked out good because I was only going to do 12, and I would have had to do like 17 or 18, but it stopped where I did. No, hell, I'd had to do 20. And the same thing for today. Yeah, I either going to do 13 and a half or I got to do 20. So maybe get a good night rest and I can do 20 tomorrow. We'll try. And I need to do some work on my backpack. This thing's just not, got to adjust the belt, and it's kind of a pain to do. It's not riding right. Need to lower it some. So I got to do that tonight. And I guess just have a nice relaxing evening by the lake. There's also a tent site on the trail, maybe like a half a mile past that, but it's just a one big open spot. I'd rather go to the lake, have my own spot. Maybe I can do some photography. All right, well, I'm gonna get a hiking, and I'll go ahead and get there early today. Get things set up and enjoy the afternoon. Oh, come on. Damn, ankle. There's a pretty lake down there. I think that's Wood Lake. I don't think I can. The trail was back about a quarter-mile to get down to it. So there's another one right off trail that I got to get water at. My next water source. I'm just about out. So I've only had 1.5 liters for the last 8 miles.
You said that I was all you'd ever want. You said that we were fine. You swore that you would never break my heart.
Well, I got water at that lake I just took a picture of. Here's another lake, Bear Lake. Pretty big lake, mile 444. But look at that color. I don't know if, I'm not going down there, but I don't know if there's a better view. But check gut hooks. And got about 3.3 to Blue Lake. That's where I'm going to camp. So that's gonna be mile 447.5, so that's going to give me a 13.5 mile day. Should get there at 4:30, 3 o'clock. So I'll have a little time to relax tonight. Usually I don't get to camps about 5:36. Time you set up, put your tent up, get your crap in, cook dinner, clean up a little bit. Hell, it's 7:30, 8 o'clock. So give me an extra hour tonight. And if the lake's pretty clean and nice, I'm gonna go swimming. It's actually kind of clouding up. I don't think they're rain clouds. Well, could be. It's it was just all blue, bright skies all day, and now they don't look like rain though, but who knows. I passed this older couple. And I said, it's not clouding up on us. They were locals, I could tell. She goes, oh, no. Okay. Because I don't want any more rain, Washington. Had enough. Had enough. See, there's quite a few lakes. This is 1, 2, 3, the fourth lake I passed. Like I said, the first one where I got water didn't have a name, but this is Bear Lake. Oh yeah, here's another shot I can get up here. So this is gonna be another day of lakes. Boy, the temps today has been really nice. There's been a cool breeze blowing all day. Other than the 3 little sections I had in the sun, it hasn't been bad at all. But there's Bear Lake. Well, it's 4 o'clock. I'm not sure how far, probably 1.5 miles or less to the lake. I just ran into I'm not sure what they're called. I'm calling them trail rangers. They're like, I think, summer help. And they're just backpacking the trails and they have their little uniforms on. doing maintenance on the trails. So anyway, he was telling me about Blue Lake, and it's not as Gut Hook said there was just tons of sites. Well, he said there's only 5. He said there's 3 groups there already, and these are not hikers, they're just campers. So, but he told me, I told him I was trying to get some peace and quiet. He said there's a trail off of there called Tombstone, and it'll take you to Tombstone Lake, and it's only a couple tents behind Blue Lake. So, and he said he didn't think anybody was there. So I may check that out. Just depends who's at Blue Lake. I mean, if there's families with kids and teenagers, I've done that before already, that they're loud all night long. And when you're at a lake, it just echoes. Even though they're talking normal, probably it sounds like they're screaming. So, because I can't go any farther, as I mentioned earlier, it's another 7 miles to the next campsite and water. I asked him about the weather because it looks like it's clouding up, and he said, yeah, they've changed the forecast. He said, whatever model they had in, it's supposed to be sunny for 2 weeks. Now it's, he said there could be a chance of sprinkles, nothing major tonight. Typical Washington rain, it kind of just sprinkles on and off. I can deal with that. And then he said for the weekend, they are calling for rain. So it looks like Washington's not gonna let me out without getting me wet again. Crazy year up here. And I heard, I was talking to some flippers that went through Oregon. Hell, they went through the same thing. It's been raining 10 times as much in Oregon than normal, just like Washington. So it's a crazy year. Because pretty much in July, these 2 states don't get a lot of rain. They're dry. But that's what happens when you set out to do a 5-month hike. Well, and I'm going through a burn section. So not a lot to show today, just like yesterday. It's really been nice though, as I mentioned before. It's been breezy and it feels great. But I'll show you the camp when I get there in the lake. Okay, well, I made it to camp. I ended up going to that Tombstone Lake, and I am the only one here. It's not as pretty as the other lake, but hey, by myself. So there's the tent. Got my clothes drying out on the hemlock bushes. Backpack drying out. And then over here is where I'm gonna fix my food and eat. So I actually got a little, somebody made a bench there. I checked it out, you can sit on it, and there is Tombstone Lake. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get in there. I'm going to go, I hadn't been down there yet, but I'm getting ready to go down to see. If not, I'll just stand in a log and take a bath. And this is Blue Lake is mile 447, and then Tombstone Trail is about 2 tenths behind it. That other lake, it wasn't crowded or nothing, but you had to climb a big ass hill. And then if you wanted water, you had to go way down, and so this is a little more accessible. And I don't think anybody else will be in here. No PCT hikers will be in here, but so anyway, this is home, and I am getting ready to go try to clean up and get some water. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.